fuck is up, everybody? It's your boy, GunnerB here once again with the motherfucking Underground Pulse motherfucking podcast. Let me go ahead and bring in this ugly ass motherfucker right quick. What up, Pokey? How you doing today, man?
What up, dude? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. We actually got full on fucking internet here, so look what I can do on stream today.
God damn, dude.
Oh my god. I just gotta, this cord here is a little fragile, and if I unplug that, the whole fucking thing goes. So we gotta make sure that I am very careful with it. But shout out to everybody tuning in today. We're gonna do the usual thing where we play a track. Whoop whoop, what up, Cash? Do a usual thing where we play a track and we get a song going so we can invite some motherfuckers in here. So if you are in here, don't mind this ugly ass dude to my side. Make sure you give it. Make sure you go on and give a fucking share. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Whoa, what up, TZ? What up, Cage? We're gonna play Here Comes the Carnival quick, and after that, we're gonna bring in motherfucking Mankini. He is enjoying his lunch right now, so I'm gonna let him eat it a little bit more. Kini, I can see you in the back. Are you still eating a little bit of your food? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Eat a little bit more. We're gonna play Here Comes the Carnival, and we're gonna bring you in. All right, again, give a share. Let's do this shit. Everybody, pull out your phones.
Everyone's invited to the carnival. Everything is free, they only charge a soul. Are you brave enough to ride the demon drop? Turn your ass into a splatter bleeding slop. Joker laughing as he juggles seven.
What up, Josie?
All the county's cannibals are never fed. Batman of the long letter gets shoved. Bands of the splatter on them, all spits blood. Cloaked in the fog wagon, slowly creep. Tents are erected as town folks sleep. Killing music and lights come gather around. Three witches flying high above the grounds. Monkey on his shoulder, blind man yells, pickets. Free for the abusive and free for the bigots. A life pass for your soul, what is heal? Just put your hand on the book and say, deal! Here comes the carnival. Chill the dark carnival.
There we go.
Join hands with the dead and come. Bloodshed, red love.
Whoop, whoop, what up, everybody? Make sure you're giving a share. Welcome to the Underground Pulse podcast. Hopefully you can fucking hear my ugly ass. Can I get a whoop whoop in the chat? What up, Thomas? What up, Bizarre? We got our usuals up in this bitch.
Road rage bumper cause you fight till you drop. Last living wins, but the winner gets shot. Bodies everywhere and they rot in a stack. Stripped of the soul, they won't ever get back. Human cannonball launched into a wall. Show's over.
Give me a whoop whoop for gathering next year. Let's see all the homies we got gathering next year. Give me a whoop whoop.
Screams in reverse in 11 clown loop.
Make sure if you're tuned in, you're hitting that like button. You're giving shares to the homies that you know are gonna love this.
Slingshot and pebbles, dodge them deep in your brain. Green shoes, pink hair, polka dotted balloon. With a bang, pow, death, pop, like a kaboom. Here comes the carnival. Chill the dark carnival. Join hands with the dead and come. Bloodshed, red love, yum, yum, yum. Here comes the carnival. Chill the dark carnival. Murder, rides, and torture fun. We've got room for everyone. Elephants, midgets, and them souvenir scams. Sweet, sticky cotton candy goopers on your hands. Hungry lions fed up through it, doing them demands. Swipe the trainer's head off and it flew up in the stands. Burn when the tornado of flames come and touchdown. Axe in her back, she make the same as a fuck sound. Bathe in the pain when all the blood rain dumps down. Blood rain dumps down. Blood rain dumps. Yeah. Comes the carnival. Chill the dark carnival.
Give me a whoop whoop. Oh, we got the homie in like up in this bitch. Fucking killer homie right there.
Wicked souls won't be denied. Let's all scream in agony. Let's all become maggot feed. Join us on the other side. Wicked souls won't be denied. Let's all scream
I think that's a good intro. We all had a lot of fun there, jamming out, smoking that. You know, I saw the homie Alexis up in this bitch, always smoking on that good. I know. Shout out to Alexis. She's always fucking killing it with that good ass weed. And I want to, let's go ahead and give a shout out to the homie we got in the background. I feel like we've been having him wait. He is on his lunch break today, ladies and gentlemen. So if you can, please give it up for the one and only. I'm just going to call him Chris, dude, because I don't know what the fuck to call him right now. We got Chris Mankini coming up in this bitch. What up, bro?
What the fuck is up, guys?
How the fuck are you doing, Mankini? Or it's Chris now. Is it just Chris?
It's just Chris now, you know, which I'm sure is confusing to a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, because, man, you've been fucking doing it for a long time as Mankini, bro. You know, since I stepped back in this bitch, at least, like, one of the first characters, I don't want to call you character, but, like, the first gimmick I saw, like, roaming around the grounds was motherfucking Mankini. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I kind of want to start this off at, man. How did you start portraying this Mankini character? Where did Mankini come from?
Man, it really, I say this every time, and it is 100% truth. Mankini ended up being the longest running joke ever. I showed up, it had to be, I think it was the second ever gathering at Legend Valley. And there was a beer pong tournament there. And I had entered with my buddy, $5 entry fee. I think there was like 100 teams or something. Winner take all. And I was like, bro, I'm going to wear a bikini under my clothes and I'm going to psych all these other teams out. He was like, bet, like, we're going to crush it. So we ended up getting in the first round, and this team is crushing us. And I was like, yo, I'm breaking it out right now. So I ripped my clothes off at this beer pong tournament, and I've got nothing but a bikini on. And the guys we're playing against just look at each other, look at us, and I shit you not, proceed to make all of their remaining cups. And
so it didn't really work too well.
No, it was literally it was a 5-minute window, and I was like, "Whoa, wow, that was it." And I looked at my boy, and I was like, "What do we do now?" And I was like, "I should probably change out this bikini." And he was like, "Actually, it's pretty hot right now. Why don't you just keep it on?" And I was like, "All right, whatever. Like, it's funny." And I ran into Mike Busey, who had a microphone that I didn't pay attention at the time to the brand on the microphone, but he was actually at the gathering for Playboy TV on YouTube. And he had sat or stood and talked with me for a minute while I was in the bikini. And so 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, it popped up on Twitter, and they used the picture of me and Mike Busey as their thumbnail, like for the gathering. It's just me and the bikini. And everyone has seen this except for me. And so I don't know if you know Rocco from the Scrubs.
I do not.
Well, Rocco from Scrubs saw it. And first thing he says to me is, you know, that's Playboy TV. That's like fucking super mainstream. Like, everybody sees that. He goes, they've all seen you that way now. That's who you are now. I was like, ha, 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 very funny. That's not me. Like, I'm not wearing a bikini. He's like, nah, man, that's you now. And I was like, whatever. So, like, I didn't wear a bikini to the next event. And he was like, what are you doing? And all of a sudden people were like, hey, where's your bikini? And I was like, yo, that was a joke. And they were like, yeah, but I saw you on Playboy TV. And I was like, oh, shit. So I started wearing a bikini from there, and it kind of just became its own little thing. And after the BBC came to the gathering that one year and did that documentary where they followed me around, I started doing Mankini TV from there, and the rest is literally history. And when I say longest running joke, we're talking like 8 years that I've been wearing this bikini, causing chaos, you know, and doing these interviews and stuff.
I kind of want to go to that too, because I'm just hearing about this BBC thing. So, and we're not talking about wieners either. We're talking about fucking the British Broadcasting Company, correct?
Yep, that is correct.
So did they approach you, or did they end up on the grounds and were like, who's this fucking dude running around in a bikini?
They did their due diligence. They reached out to, I believe it was Tracy Fuller, who used to run TrueJuggalofamily.com.
Wow.
Then they reached out to Scotty D, I believe. I can't remember. I can't remember the trajectory, but either way, both of them pointed the BBC in my direction because they said they need someone they could follow around that would do good on camera, that would, want some charisma, someone that'll have fun. Like, we don't want to just follow somebody around while they're gathering. We want someone that's really gonna do it. And so,
what's the real gathering experience?
Yeah, and so they had a Zoom interview with me, and they were talking with me, and I guess they mentioned the Mankini in brief to them, so they didn't really understand it. So, like, we were talking, and I thought they'd already known, so I didn't bring it up yet. And so near the end, they were like, "So, I hear you sometimes put on a bikini." And I was like, "Oh no, man!" I was like, "I'm Mankini at the gathering." They were like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Yeah, 4 days of the gathering, I'm in a bikini, just going crazy, like in my bikini." And they're like, "Are you serious?" I had to pull up clips and show them, and they were like, "Oh, this is better than we thought. Like, this is perfect." And so we exchanged phone numbers. We met up. They spent 3 days back and forth with me. It was a lot of fun. It aired on BBC Radio 1. So like 10 million viewers over there. So there was a brief period in time where the Mankini searches were huge in England. Like, absolutely. I had a thing where like people in the UK would like hit up my Facebook page like, "Mankini, we love you." And I'm like, "Yo." I went to Canadian Juggalo weekend when it happened, and people there went crazy. And I was like, "What's going on up here? Why are you guys so, like, I get ICPs in here all the time, but why are you guys so crazy about Mankini?" And they're like, "Oh, the BBC is still our main news channel. That documentary was aired like every day for us. Like, you're all we saw for like 2 weeks straight." And I was like, "Oh shit." So it was a lot of fun, but from there, I started doing it, and it took off. It jumped from there. And here we are now. Like I said, it's been about 8 years total as Mankini, probably about 4 or 5 years doing Mankini TV. And a lot of crazy opportunities that I, in a million years, never would have dreamed would have happened. Met people that I never would have dreamed I would have met. I've got to interview my heroes. I've traveled across the ocean to perform with a metal band at an international metal festival. So I'm thankful for everything that's come with it, for this long running joke that I said I've been involved in. I guess the joke with everyone else now, though, like, I got everyone warmed up to it, me in a bikini, and finally got everyone to go, "All right, we're cool with it," to go, "I'm taking it away now."
yeah, that's the thing, man. So I wanted to do this quick before we go into the kind of rebranding that you're going to do. So we usually have the homie Lee, R.I.P. Lee. He's not in here today. We're thinking about you today. I'm just kidding. He's in the comments. He's in the comment section.
That was fucked up.
I'm kidding, dude. No, but he's usually asking this question. Yo, Kini, you've been through it all with the gatherings, partied hard. You know what I mean? What's the craziest shit that you've seen that you're allowed to say on a live stream?
I mean, I've seen it all, man. Well, not all. I wasn't at
Come on, man. Don't give us that generic shit. Give us a real motherfucking story.
I was on your show at the gathering. We talked about the nipple thing.
Yes, we did. Oh fuck! I already asked you this. So those who missed it, you got to run it by again, because we were fucking striked on YouTube and weren't able to stream on YouTube, and that's our biggest source right now. So let them know about the nipples.
I was at the gathering at Cave in Rock where homeboy cut off his nipples right there on stage. Cut his nipple right off, and I can't remember if he threw it at someone or someone bought it from him, whatever. Later on, he cut his other nipple off and sold it on eBay. It's fucking like just the most gnarliest thing I've ever seen.
So the homie is now a nippleless juggalo. Yeah,
I've heard like the this is gonna sound, I don't know, wrong. Like the nubs grow back. Like, they grow back. I don't think you can fully regrow a nipple. So
holy fuck, dude. Yo, fuck that, man. Yo, if nippleless juggalo ever hops in our chat, yo, shout out to you, bro. You are a motherfucking legend, dog. We respect you over here.
He actually is in the beginning of the BBC documentary.
Oh, is he talking about his nipples getting chopped off and shit and showing it?
Yep.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. What else? You got to give us one more. Come on, Mankini. I know the people are hopping in here looking and they're like, fucking Mankini's got some crazy stories. I know you got one or two more for us.
I mean, well, I did in the parking lot party one year. It's 100% true story. And I don't know where she is now, but I watched a girl butt chug an entire bottle of wine.
Wait, what?
Upside down, and they put the bottle of wine in her until it was empty in her butt.
Did she shit it out? Did she absorb it?
I didn't stick around for long after that, because that's like almost instant alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that is
wine's good for the heart.
Yeah.
I don't know. She probably don't have no heart problems.
She also did not her dress was down and just everything was out. Like literally, when I say everything, like she cooch everything, and they put that bottle of wine in her butt like it was nothing. I was like, all right, I guess that's how we kick off the gathering.
Was it spilling out everywhere, or was it fucking?
It was not. It was going right in. she's got a strong.
Oh man. Okay, do you got one more for the people before we get into the rebranding? We need one more.
All right. I mean, I feel like the story, if you're like old school cave and rock juggalo, like it, and maybe you don't, maybe you haven't heard the tales. My very first gathering was the gangbang on Drug Bridge.
I have not heard about this.
It's day 2, I think. I'm wandering around, not knowing what to expect here. I've already made it past Drug Bridge one time, and whatever, it's cool. Yeah, we've all heard the legends of Drug Bridge. And here we are, day 2. There's this girl who's giving head to this dude, and I'm like, that's that's not the craziest thing. Like giving head out the open. I get it. We're at the gathering, whatever. It couldn't have been a couple minutes later.
Hold on, Ben Stockwell says, "Boo!" I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
I love you, Stockwell. It could have been a few minutes later. Homie rolls up and straight just whips it out and starts hitting it from behind. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, you know what? This is none of my business. I came back maybe 10, 15 minutes later, walking that way. There is now a line of guys, and she's just bent over, and they're just taking turns at her like it's nothing. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is happening.
Let's be real. Is that a gangbang or is that a train?
Well, it was, and I'm not sure how many people were involved, but I was. I maybe it made TMZ back then or World Star or something, but it was like, holy shit, like what just happened here?
Happy birthday, Zitro. Zitro's in the chat. Everybody give a happy birthday to Zitro.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, homie. Anyway.
Happy birthday at the gathering, he was on mushrooms.
Yeah, it's his birthday every day, man. It's every day is Zitro's birthday. Anyway. Yeah, gangbang on the drug bridge or the train on the bridge. That is definitely. I think that's a thing that's happened several times, to be honest.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure there's been more than that. That being my first gathering, and then that just being so open like that, I feel like is why it's so legendary. Like
Absolutely.
There's probably been a ton of trains ran at the gathering.
Absolutely.
That we haven't heard about.
Absolutely. Anyway, let me see if I can get you. That's a lot better. There we go. We got a big ass face on there. There we go. So anyway, Mankini, the people want to know, man, what the fuck is up with this rebranding, brother?
Yeah, I guess in a way it's kind of an unbranding. Mankini TV isn't going anywhere. My interviews aren't going anywhere. I'm still going to do all that. And for better or worse, Mankini isn't going away per se. For those people in the chat, for yourselves, anybody that watches this or is listening, if you struggle with mental health, depression, anxiety, PTSD, BPD, any of that, there's a lot of things that come with that. I suffer severe ADHD. I'm all over the place. I've got depression and anxiety, and something that my brain has learned very, very well at an early age, and it took me a long time to realize how good I was at it. Masking. I blend or can blend really well into any situation or group, assimilate in a way to where I can kind of just make it seem like I've been here all along. And I do it, or my brain does it, as a means to not let like myself out, my quirks and all that stuff, things I might do, things I might say. If I'm acting like everybody else in the room, I'll never belt off into a random song when you say a word that triggers something in my brain, or I might not blurt out a word that's in my head because I can't keep it in, things like that. There's just certain things that I do, and I've done this for years and never realized it. And so when Mankini happened, it just so happened to be like a perfect storm that I didn't see. Here I am, still doing this masking thing and really not being myself. I haven't been myself for a while, afraid to let, Chris be Chris. And so Mankini kind of became this out where I could be me, but I didn't have to be Chris. It's almost like I didn't have to feel anything for what I was doing or saying. Not that it was bad or negative, but it took the burden off of me and off of my brain. Here's Mankini, but here's what Chris is thinking and feeling. Here's what Chris wants to say. But when I'm Chris, it's very different. I don't want to say those things. I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to let you in. I don't want you to be a part of this. I don't want to be, I do a lot of hiding and a lot of, dodging, a lot of lack of communication. And so I've spent the better part of the last year and a half in a lot of therapy, a lot of discussion, a lot of talks, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of looking back, at my life and addressing myself as an adolescent, even a toddler at times, very young, and just going through those things and kind of uncovering this masking that I've done. And, a big thing that always came up was that I personally never saw eye to eye with Mankini and Chris. They're always separate. Mankini was one thing, Chris was another, and I always kept it that way. But I had hopes that I could figure out how do I make this work? How do we, Mankini is Chris, Chris is Mankini. Well, how do we come together? And as Chris, I couldn't. There's a lot of fear inside of me, a lot of anxiety. I couldn't do it. And so, a couple months ago, like after just several months of all this talking and breakthroughs, it just kind of all came out. And I was like, hey, like, I feel good in my skin. I feel good about me. And my therapist was like, this is huge, And he never said anything about Mankini or anything like that. This was a decision all on my own. It was just, I finally realized that I was officially ready for the world to see me as me, or as the world has already seen me that I've just been too afraid to see, People didn't fall in love with the bikini. They fell in love with the guy in the bikini. This entire time that Mankini TV's been running, it's been Chris the entire time. I've just been in a bikini. The reality is that bikini means nothing to anybody else but me. That was my tool. It was my gimmick. It was my mask. So it's kind of like shedding that layer of skin. Like, hey, I've been open this whole time with everybody. Anytime I'm doing Mankini TV, I'm very open. I'm very whatever you want to talk about. And that's the whole point behind Mankini TV. It's vulnerability. It's talking about the things nobody else wants to talk about. It's about being open. But if I'm going to ask everybody else that, I've got to be that open and that vulnerable too, And so I made the decision that, after all these years, I'm officially ready to take off my mask. I'm ready for the world to see Chris for Chris. I'm ready to be Chris 100%. I'm ready to go into the rest of whatever this is simply as me. There's no gimmicks. There's no costumes. There's no masks. There's none of that. It's just Chris. And, I know it sounds crazy at first. You're like, well, Chris can't do Mankini TV. Well, of course he can. I've been doing it this entire time. Like I said, it's not the bikini that made everything. It's me. I did everything. I made everything. And sure, maybe seeing a guy in a bikini kind of attracted things my direction. But, without charisma, without being able to speak, talk, without being able to do any of those things, it wouldn't have mattered. You don't want just some plain person in a bikini standing there. It's not entertaining. So if I entertain you in a bikini, I'm still going to entertain you with my clothing on. It's just now there's less of a distraction, and I get to fully be me. I get to fully, say things as Chris and accept those things and let other people accept those things as Chris, as opposed to having some gimmick say everything for me. So it really is. It's just it's a cleansing of the mind. It's nothing against, the Mankini persona that I've built. I love it for everything that it's brought me. I think it's hilarious. I do believe that there comes a time when, I'm not going to be able to wear it.
Uh-oh.
I think we lost Chris.
I think we lost him. Yeah,
He froze.
Yeah, I totally fucked up that sound anyway. Yeah, anyway, we'll throw him in the back until he comes back through here anyway. So yeah, I really appreciate the fact that homie's touching on mental health. That's really good shit, man. That's what I'm all about. So while we're doing this, while we're waiting, we'll play some music.
I know y'all ain't in. I just want to let y'all know something, man. Y'all know I love you. Y'all know you're my homies.
Give a share, please.
All right, we'll talk
Thank
later.
you.
Let me ask you this about this life we
get
live.
some
Let me
water.
try to swerve some of this attention you give to them distant ass relatives over ham dinner. If they really missed you so much, why don't they just call and if you wasn't blood, would you still have love? Or in fact, does the blood make you think you have to love? Look, I probably love my family more than anybody here, but my homies are family too. Third cousins, get out of here. Who was you with when you got tattooed? And who was you tripping with when you did them mushrooms? And who the fuck threw up all over your car and then felt worse than you about the shit in the morning? Who loaned your money, homie? Who owes you cash? Who taught you how to use a bond for the grass? I don't know much, but I gotta assume that when you hit your first net, your homies was in. What you talking about? Homies, homies. Talk about what dogs are about. Motherfucking homies, homies. Homies, homies. Talk about what dogs are about. Homies, man, that's my God. Have you ever had a job that you truly despise? Like, I don't know, maybe dishwashing or fucking flipping fries. And you got this boss who think he the Don Mega because he the head manager, cheap jelly fry maker. All you can vision is y'all beating him down. Your homie standing on his back while you're kicking his head around. But responsibility is there, I can't lie. Though I'd have been plucked his fucking eyeball out with a chicken bone. I'm crazy as fuck, I'll rip your piercings off. And now my homies are holding me back so I don't look soft. When you snuck the car out, who did you get it? And when you got color, who'd you blame this shit? Who can you relax around and scratch your balls? Homies, I'm talking about like you and yours. Homies, homies. That's right. Motherfucking homies, homies. Everybody knows. Real Juggalos. Homies, homies. Everybody knows. Yeah, homies, homies. Y'all like that you can fuck up. Keep it in the kid, fuck up. You know, like that you can fuck up. Running with your homies till I'm on like Brady. Me and my homies stay tight like a noose, and if you step to one of us, you better step to the whole crew. I never knew that I could.
What up, brother?
My bad, yo. I lost connection, service out here or whatever.
I fucking cannot believe you, Mankini. What the fuck? We lost all of our viewers because of you, man. I don't give a shit. Anyway, man. So as you were saying, man, as I was saying, oh shit, I got to change that up real quick. Hold on. No, but as I was saying, when you cut out, we really appreciate you coming over here and preaching mental health and making yourself better. And if I can say something personally, I hope you don't get offended at all. But I feel like Chris this year at the gathering was more approachable, more like himself, more chill, more about business this year than Mankini ever was. If we can be real.
Yeah, I'll admit, and anybody who knows, me in general, Mankini or Chris, just knows that, when that bikini goes on, it's all bets are off,
Well, you're a fucking dude running around in a bikini, duh.
Whether or not that masking plays a role into that, I'm not sure. Definitely viewed myself, in the bikini as the party animal, so kind of almost like something I had to keep up with.
Yeah.
But as Chris, I don't have anything to keep up with. I can just chill and relax and do my thing. And like you said, approachable. I mean, people made the comment. They were like, there are days where, you can't walk 10 feet and have a conversation with you because everyone's around you. Cool thing was, though, and I want to take the time and say this because I really appreciated it. I hosted the first night of the Omen stage.
Yes.
And I caught some boos when I made the announcements. Caught some boos. They were like, "Take off your pants." This is going horrible. And I came out of my box and was like, compromise. But by Saturday, the coolest thing was just everyone was really on board, was understanding, and they walked to, they're like, "Hey, Chris, thank you." They took a picture with me. We appreciate you, Chris, or just, "Hey, I'm here for Chris now." And it was really cool. So, anyone watching, if you were there, just know it meant a lot to me that you were able to kind of, accept that and be on board with it. Because, it's a hard thing to do. I get to go, "Hey, we know this guy is this and that, now he's, this or whatever." But, and I know it was a shock, but everyone was really cool and real understanding. And again, like you mentioned, with mental health, it's got to be what's best for you always. And you got to take care of yourself. Look out for you first. And if you're not doing that, then nothing else is going to matter. Nothing at all. Nothing around you will matter. The people around you won't matter. If your mental health is in poor shape, if you're in poor shape, it's worthless. So, again, Mankini isn't a bad thing. Wasn't a bad thing. I actually am grateful that I was able to wear that mask. But as I said, it's time for Chris. Chris deserves his chance to finally shine. Chris deserves his shot to actually see this world through his own eyes. I want the world to see me. I want to see the world. I'm finally at peace in my own mind. I'm not afraid of people or their thoughts or things they might say, and I'm willing to be vulnerable myself. So it's it's a very important thing, very good thing, and I thank you for that, for just the difference in Mankini and Chris, and you can expect that moving forward. I had my fun this year, but
yeah. I mean, as I said, I didn't really see you at Nights on the Ground, but I mean, like, I'm sure you're roaming around doing your thing, but it's like, dude, like, so no more Korean whiskey or what?
You dabble in Korean whiskey occasionally, but I've learned my lesson, first of all, of hanging out and drinking in the Midwest. Like, it's just trouble, okay? I can keep up from Minnesota.
Yeah, so the boys, lunatics and stuff, had Mankini having a fun time out here when he came up here for the party with some Korean whiskey, and let's just say, all I'll say is you had to get carried down the steps.
I remember.
I was so hurt.
No, that was crazy. And then the AI video they made of like them like carrying you down the steps, and like they turned like you turned into like a fucking anime character. So
That was
great.
the Fat T.
Yeah, that was Fat T. Yeah, Fat T is so Fresh is just like fucking kill me now, carrying you down the steps and shit. Oh, dude, so great. And he's so short. He's like no taller than I am, and he's fucking carrying your big ass and shit. I'm sorry, man. Great times though. Great times. It was fun, man.
I wouldn't trade any of it. Any of it was, you know, all of that. Everything I've done was all important for me to getting here. You know, so
Right.
you know, you're not gonna find yourself or get out of your hole until you dig it deep enough or until you've fallen far enough. And that goes for anything. And I don't mean it in a bad way. I don't mean digging a hole in a negative way necessarily, but you know, sometimes to get out of your own way, you've got to get further into your own way. You know, you've got to see.
No, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What kind of roadblocks you've been putting up your entire life? What things you've been doing to stop your own progression? What things, you know, what are you doing that's actually halting you? When you say, oh well, you know, why is this? You know, why am I not getting this opportunity? When well, maybe it's you. Maybe if you didn't get belligerently drunk at an event you were supposed to host and get carried down the stairs, maybe people might take you a little more seriously.
No, but I think also, dude, having that bikini on and having to continue to have that party persona, it can be a lot, right?
Absolutely.
Having to consistently, oh, it's Mankini, let's fucking take shots with him. Oh, it's Mankini, let's do this and that with him. Oh, Mankini, come over here. There's some assholes over here for you to inspect. Or so, like, I'm sure wild shit like that be happening all the time in the bikini.
That you would describe like a day one of the gathering in the bikini. That's it.
For real, man. So, I mean, as I said, it's got to be like difficult sometimes, man. Like crazy to the brain, dude. You know what I mean? By the time you're done gathering, fuck, dude, I couldn't imagine. By the end of some of them.
That's the other side of it. It's kind of and look, I don't want anybody in the chat anywhere watching and anything to take this the wrong way. I am in no means, in my own eyes, any kind of celebrity. I'm a guy that fucking got lucky in a bikini and people just rode with it. And I was so appreciative of that. But I can tell you that my gathering in the bikini, once it really took off, for fun, but at times felt like a burden. Like there was just so much, and it's like, oh man, this is overwhelming. This is a lot to take in. Like, yeah, I'm enjoying it. This is cool. This is fun. But you know, where does it stop? When does it stop? Am I gonna want more?
It doesn't. Yeah. When the bikini's on, the party never stops, and the party keeps going. Hey, ever seen that Key and Peele one?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Literally, that is what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, literally, man. Uh-oh. Don't tell me we're losing him again. No. Fuck, man. Mankini, you owe me another fucking interview. Or else I'm going to put you in a fucking bikini for the next one. No, man. Fucking, let's see. He's still got a little bit of time to hop in here. He's still on lunch break. So as we were doing music time, let's see if we can't get some more music. If you can, give a share. I know Mankini for sure is going to be hopping back in here. So don't trip anybody for if you're thinking he's going to dip out for good. No, he's just at work on lunch break. So every once in a while his internet gets out. So we got Ain't Your Business playing in it right now. Let's do this shit.
The ground like Blaze.
Can I get a whoop whoop in the chat?
Whoop whoop. We don't die. Maybe I like bloody murder music. You know shit, I stab your fucking eye. Maybe I like eating shit like Tylenol PMs, cause 5 or 6 will get you high. Maybe I like punching people I don't even know. I knock them flat, I'm fucking out. Tuck some money in a jacket with the note that simply reads I had to let some anger out.
Sorry.
Maybe I only hang with side. Baby mama doesn't understand, a friend is hard to come by, so I'll keep what I can find. My boys. Baby, I got 2 felonies, tattoos on my neck, and I always paint my face. Can I still date your daughter? I mean, I think I oughta.
Come on, where you at, Keeney?
Ain't your business. Ain't your business. Don't get slide. Ain't your concern. Unless you want your face left too. Ain't your business. Ain't your business. Don't get slide. Ain't your concern. Unless you want your face left too. Baby, I don't even like you, but I got a front 'cause you're a record label guy. What if I dragged you by
There he
the
is.
to the street and beat your ass and put a boot up in your eye? Maybe I would rather fuck a Missy Elliott before Tony. Maybe I would rather.
My
All right.
bad, y'all. Internet
What
is
the-
so reason.
I cannot fucking believe you, Keeney. Hey, Pokey, your camera is not there. I don't know if you went AFK too. Everybody's just leaving me behind. All right. Well, I guess it's just fucking me and you, Keeney.
It's all good. I don't know why my internet keeps going in and out, so it may go out again. So I do want to say something before it does, or if it does.
Okay. What's good?
I just, I appreciate all the love and just everything I've ever gotten as a guy in a bikini. Like, I never would have dreamed that would be the route I would go, ever. So just hands down, I appreciate it all. Don't take my comment about it feeling like a burden as negative. It was a burden on me because it was never, I never understood it until I realized what I was doing. As Chris, I'm fine with it. I accept that when it's me, but this whole thing, in terms of doing it to hide myself or mask myself, it just, maybe it didn't feel right. It feels right now. So what I'm saying is, if you rock with me in the bikini and you enjoyed all of that, I hope you rock with me as Chris. As Mankini TV isn't going anywhere. I've built that brand. It's my brand either way. We're gonna have a lot of fun moving forward. I do have tons of interviews to dump that I still haven't put up yet. So until we kind of get through all the bikini stuff, you're still going to be like, hey, it's still Bikini Chris. What's going on here? Like, yeah, it's going to be like that for a while until we, fully get through it. But I promise, it's not going to get worse. It's going to get a whole lot better. We've already had fun. We're going to have some more fun. A lot more interesting things. And I think it's going to be good for everyone. So, if you rocked with me before, I hope you keep rocking with me. And if the bikini was all that drew you here, I'm sorry. I apologize that I took it away from you. But like I said, welcome to the era of Chris.
And bro, I'm with it, dog. I'm all for that rebranding. I'm all for making yourself different. And if we're gonna be real, I feel like it's probably going to better you. You know what I mean? I feel like having it, like, dude, I hate to call the bikini like chains and restraints from but it puts you in a box from doing other shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Do you know who Scumbag Dad is? Do you follow Scumbag Dad on TikTok at all? He just rebranded himself to Brady Purdy or something like that because he's starting to gain a lot of traction on YouTube now. And fucking TikTok and Instagram, like he's fucking everywhere, and he's losing out on certain things just because of a name being called Scumbag Dad. So I could only imagine what it's been like in certain situations, being Mankini going for a thing that you wanted and possibly being turned down because of it, or you could have just simply not gone for them, being how smart you are, knowing what box being in the bikini had put you in prior. Am I making sense?
No, absolutely. Yes. I said at the gathering, when people were like, well, this is new. And I was like, yeah, I really shot myself in the foot with the corner I put myself in with this whole gimmick. Like, I could have chosen anything else. Like bikini, that's a real tiny area to fit in, you know, where people are going to let me in their space and do things and
literally
whatever. So,
and figuratively, a tiny area to fit in. Literally and figuratively.
but yeah, no. And on top of all that, you know, for everybody, I know somebody in your chat, I can't remember who I was looking for, but someone said social chameleon, which you know, I think is important to really think about. You know, very real social chameleon, you know, the adaptability in any situation. But it comes kind of at the price of my own mental stability. Sometimes, you know, it's my brain working against me in a way, you know. So I say to anyone out there, you know, don't be afraid to get help. Don't be afraid to talk to a therapist. Don't be afraid to see a psychiatrist. Don't be afraid to talk to your friends. You know, if things are bothering you, if things are on your mind, you know, talk about it. If you've got issues, things you need to deal with, talk about it. Get help, man. There's help for everything. You know, whatever you're dealing with, there's help out there. There's ways around it. And, you know, I can't stress enough, you know, the benefits of therapy, of just having someone to talk to and going to these sessions and, you know, being able to get things out. You know, don't keep it inside of you. Don't lock yourself up. Don't keep yourself from the world. The world wants to see you for you. So why not do that? We only get this one life. You might as well give it your all every shot you get.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like, dude, our last question usually is, what do you think of mental health? And like, any words you have to say on it. And dude, this whole interview's been you preaching, taking care of yourself and making sure that you're doing better than what you once were, man. And we appreciate you doing that on the Underground Pulse podcast. And I personally want to take this time to thank you, man, for giving us that spot on the gathering. I know like we're still a small ass podcast, but that meant a lot to what we're doing. It's kind of kicked off what we've been doing on Facebook lately. Facebook, we've been getting a lot of love with everything, with views and stuff like that. YouTube is getting fucking crazy subscriber counts for how small we are. So, and just what we're doing. And I think a lot of that it has to do with your belief in us as well, man. And we've had conversations and shit. Did you cut out? He cut out. He cut out.
Damn, that froze out at like the perfect time where it just looks like he's taking you super serious.
Seriously.
Yeah, like, he's still just taking us super fucking serious.
Hold on. I gotta do something quick. Hold on. Go ahead, laugh it up. I was being hella serious. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
No, everybody's laughing. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. All right. We're done with that. Bring it back into the music.
Maybe I don't have no self-esteem, so I like to pick on everybody else. Maybe when I was a boy.
Hopefully we can get a piece out from Mankini. Let's get a piece out from Keeney. Hopefully. Good afternoon, Underground Wiki. What is it? Underground Wiki, I think.
I'm just trying to find an excuse to be a dick. I'm a dick. Maybe I'm upset that you left me. I hang myself right above your bed. From your ceiling fan, so I'll be swinging when you walking. I might kick you in the head. Maybe I got 7 therapists. I've been committed, but my manager, he got me free. Double A, y'all. 18 pills a day. I get so dizzy and high, sometimes I can't even see.
Gotta sit down.
Ain't your business. Ain't your business. Don't get slide. Ain't your concern. Unless you want your face left to. Ain't your business. Ain't your business. Don't get slide. Ain't your concern. Unless you want your face left to.
Waiting on Keeney to give a goodbye. Waiting to say Keeney peace out.
the boogeyman, running with the fucking hatchet. Violent J, the juggler, and Shaggy, the Southwest Strangler, allegedly. Collectively known as the Super Villain! How many times will I ask myself why? How many times? How many times will I ask myself why? How many times will I cry? How many times will I ask myself why? How many times? How many times will I ask myself why? How many times will I cry? How many times will you honk your horn and say fuck you? Now what the fuck does that do?
What happened?
I'm waiting to see what he says quick. There we go. Oh, yep. He's got time to say peace out. So that's all we got. Give me 1 second. Let me stop sharing the stream. Bring Chrissy Pooh back up in here. What up, dude? Are you there, Chris?
I'm here.
All right, good shit. All right. I wanted to say thank you for believing in us. That's where it cut out at, in that same that concerned face right there. You're like, you cut out in a perfect concerned face. So we didn't know if you were here or not, or
I thought
whatever.
it came back on it, dude.
Yeah, so it froze on that same concerned face that you were just doing. But us here at Underground Pulse wanted to say thank you, man, because you're doing it big in the underground scene, and we just want to like carry that same confidence and shit, man. You know, so thank you for paving a certain way for us to do this, man. You've been doing it almost longer than anybody else out here, doing it harder than everybody else out here. You know what I mean? So, and we've had talks about continuing to grow the podcasting scene within the Juggalo community. So let's make this shit happen, Chris.
Hey,
Yeah, I look
look,
forward
I
to
appreciate.
seeing more from Chris.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate y'all so much, and I am glad the gathering event went so well for you guys. You know, as Juggalos, we got to stick together. So, you know, I'm just happy and grateful that you guys had a good time. You know, shout out Underground Pulse podcast. You guys are fucking killing it. I appreciate you guys for having me on. The pursuit of mental health never stops. So, you know, do what you can to keep yourself sane.
All right, brother. Well, we're going to let you go back to work. I know you're on a time limit, so you take care of yourself. All right, Chris?
Thanks, Chris.
Hey, thanks again, guys. I appreciate
All right,
all the love. Thanks for having me on.
Hey,
Yeah,
you owe me another interview.
I got you.
All right, bro. Take care. Whoop, whoop.
Yep. Take it easy. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop.
All right, that was Chris, formerly. Oh my God, hold on. Oh fuck. We might as well just do this. Hold on. That was Chris.
We'll split the ugly.
And we'll split the ugly in half. Yeah. That was Chris, formerly known as the homie Mankini. What do you think about that, Pokey?
I'm happy. I'm actually really happy about that, man. It reminded a lot of what he said, remind me of, like
What up,
I don't
Lenny?
know if you know,
What up, Cash?
you know much about Hunter S. Thompson?
I don't, but I know you do.
Well, yeah,
you kind of look give that Hunter S. Thompson vibe a little bit. I don't know if you look like him, but
it reminded me of that, that same persona he developed, where you gotta live up to that expectation of being that party fucking animal. I get that. I totally get that.
And like it's really dope that I think a lot of the community, a lot of community is going to be accepting him for how he is going about this, and he's like, some people are assholes about rebranding. Oh, motherfucker, you need to call me this, but he's like, no, I totally get why you still want to call me Mankini, but I'm just letting you know I'm going by Chris now. So, and as you said, if the Mankini was the only thing that attracted me to you, I apologize.
And you know that ain't it, because there's plenty of men in bikinis at the
Yeah, I mean, fucking naked ass motherfuckers walking
Yeah,
around. What you
right.
mean, there's men in bikinis? This fucking
That's you know that it's
Yeah.
we've been watching. People tuned in for him, you know, and he knows that, and he didn't get
Yeah.
caught up on that.
No, yeah. Chris is a very, very, very nice guy, and I would absolutely love to continue to work with him because, you know, I feel like, man, maybe the bikini was holding homie back. You know what I mean? Maybe it was holding him back a little bit.
I mean, I feel like it could have been.
You know, and to have him be able to be this type of person and be this happy about the structure of his career and where he's going and how he's going about things, that really it makes me happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
So who's down for a little smoke sesh before we close out? I got a little bit of weed left on my board. If you want to come join me in a smoke sesh, shout out to the new fucking camera. I think it's dope. I think I'm kind of getting it where I got to be a little bit more closer to it instead of me being kind of like in the background. I think me being closer is kind of catching more of the K. We got fucking internet here now. Real ass fucking internet. Did you notice the internet did not go out once?
Yeah, it's dope.
Isn't that crazy, dude?
What kind of bud you got left?
I am smoking on that lemon lilikoi.
I see.
It's from it's all chopped up right now. Do I got some right here? I do got some right here. Shout out Dab Bar. Fucking Dab Bar's shit. You know what? Fuck y'all. If you don't want to hear the temp, I'm sorry. Oh, all right. Well,
In the biz.
yeah, I think that was accidental for him to join us. All right, I understand. Let's proceed. We are going to play the Tempest. Fuck it. From the beginning, let's run it. Yo, I remember first hearing this album and being like the intro and being like, oh my fucking god. The intro to this album, can you hear it?
Yeah.
All right. Fucking great. All right. I wish that fucking here. Let me try to turn this light away.
Well, it's focusing on you behind it. Oh, there we go.
A little bit. I wish you could see it better. You can see the purple.
A blur of purple and green.
DJ, turn that shit up. All right, bet. Whoop whoop, Thomas Hall. Whoop whoop, Mankini. Whoop whoop, TJ. Whoop whoop, Cash. Whoop whoop, Letty.
Stepping out of the whipping and piercing rain, in walks a wicked clown, violent Jay, one of Death's good friends, they say. Look at that. You never seen a cloud that dark in the middle of the day. Headed straight this way. I hope everything's okay. The sky is falling. This shit's gonna be fun. Be fun. I think the sky is falling. This shit's gonna be fun. Be fun. The fucking sky is falling.
What up, yo, G?
It's gonna be fun. Be fun. I feel the wind is calling me. Spinning back down to earth, riding in a tornado. Lands a wicked clown. Shaggy two-dope, Southwest Strangler, known to give the dead hope. And the air was ripe for some impending judgment. When it rains and pours. And judging by the look of the sky, this might be it. Judging by the look of the sky is falling. This shit's gonna be fun. Be fun, I think the sky is falling. This shit's gonna be fun. Be fun, the fucking sky is falling. This shit's gonna be fun. Be fun, I feel the wind is calling me. The sky is falling. This shit's gonna be fun. Be fun, I think the sky is falling. This shit's gonna be fun. Be fun, the fucking sky is falling. This shit's gonna be fun. Be fun, I feel the wind is calling me.
We can watch this music video. I know this music video don't get striked. So what gets striked? I've figured out what gets striked from Psychopathic Records, y'all. If you're looking to start a YouTube channel and play Psychopathic Records music, do not play videos that have anything other than the music in them. I'm talking like background noises, shit like that. If there's anything like that, that gets fucking hit right away. Like we were playing that W fuck off shit, that got hit. So we can't watch.
Say again. How is it?
So if you like say at the beginning of Night of the Chainsaw, you know how there's all that talking and like background noises and stuff like that in it.
Yeah.
Those noises aren't owned by Psychopathic, I believe. They are, but they're owned by a different branch that you have to get a certain right to play their shit. It's complicated. So
yeah, I think I'm making sense of what you're saying.
Anything that's not a song by ICP specifically can get you struck.
Yeah.
So Miracles is fine. Piggy Pie is fine. How Many Times is fine. Another Love Song is fine. Tilt-A-Whirl's fine. Let's Go All the Way is fine. But like anything that's like not owned by ICP. Like we watched that Night of the Chainsaw extended director's cut and found out that was owned by him, the guy who directed it fully. He owned the sounds, and we got struck for that. Then we got struck for W fuck off shit. And then we got struck for Kept Grinding. I don't know.
Must have to do with like contracts for the noises, sounds in it.
It's gotta be, man.
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, that's a big ass wasp.
Yeah, you better get your ass inside. Yeah, you got fucking huge wasp outside your crib, dog.
God damn, it's fucking thick too.
It's coming for you, bro.
Hope not.
Telling you. She's like, ooh, fresh meat.
It's my orange shirt.
Yeah. Oh, he's like a fucking predator.
No, he thinks I'm a fucking flower.
Wasp. Oh, yeah.
We got a theory. You see, Mike, we got
if anybody has this Miracle jersey, be sure to reach out.
That's right.
Yeah, if anybody has
all we've ever known, then it's easy to miss.
If anybody has any type of spear,
miracles in every
let me know.
And I see miracles every day. Ocean spanning beyond my sight, and a million stars way above them at night. You don't have to be high to look in the sky and know that's a miracle open wide. Look at the mountains, trees, the seven seas, and everything chilling underwater. Please, hot lava, snow, rain and fog, long necked giraffes and pet cats and dogs. And I've seen 85,000 people all in one room together as equal. Pure magic is the birth of my kids, I seen shit that'll shock your eyelids.
The sun and the moon, and even Mars.
The Milky Way of fucking shooting stars.
UFOs,
A river flows.
plant a little seed and nature grows.
Niagara Falls and the pyramids.
Everything you believed in as kids.
Fucking rainbows. After it rains, there's enough miracles here to blow your
I
brains.
fed a fish to a pelican at Frisco Bay. It tried to eat my cell phone.
He ran away.
And music is magic, pure and clean. You can feel it and hear it, but it can't be seen. Can't be seen. Music is all magic.
You can't even hold it.
Do you notice and recognize miracles?
It's just there in the air.
Are you a believer in miracles?
Pure motherfucking magic.
Right?
This shit'll blow your motherfucking mind.
Music is a lot like love. It's all a feeling and it fills the room from the floor to the ceiling.
I see miracles all around me. Stop and look around, it's all astounding.
Water, fire, air, and dirt.
Fucking magnets, how do they work? And I don't wanna talk to a scientist. Y'all motherfuckers lying and getting me pissed.
Solar eclipse and vicious weather.
15,000 juggalos together.
And I love my mom for giving me this time on this planet. Take nothing for granted. I seen a caterpillar turn into a butterfly.
Miracles ain't nothing to lie.
Shaggy's little boys look just like Shaggy, and my little boy looks just like Daddy.
Miracles each and everywhere you look, and nobody has to stay where they put. This world is yours for you to explore.
It's nothing but miracles beyond your doors. The Dark Carnival is your invitation
To witness that without explanation,
take a look at this fine creation.
and enjoy it better with appreciation.
Crows, ghosts,
The midnight coast,
the wonders of the world.
mysteries the most.
Just open your mind and it ain't no way
To ignore the miracles of every day.
And that's real, and that's real. Magic everywhere in this bitch.
Do you notice and recognize miracles?
It's all around you, you don't even know it.
Are you a believer in
Shit's
miracles? Do you notice and recognize miracles? So many miracles, the magic miracles. Are you a believer in miracles? Do you make time for the miracles? Do you notice and recognize miracles? So many miracles, the magic miracles. Are you a believer in miracles? Do you make time for the miracles? Do you notice and recognize miracles? So many
If I was a serial killer,
It's been a
they would
fucking
find all my victims'
very, very, very
heads.
beautiful
Funky
stream. I
ass
loved
gas
it.
station
Shout out to
toilet.
Mankini for talking about mental health.
And if I was a serial killer,
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You are the shit.
I would be strange.
You are the
and
best.
deranged.
Let's smoke it out, and then we will say peace out.
I would never change. If I was a serial killer, I'd be known as the smoker, 'cause I would cut off and smoke all of their hair. And if I was a serial killer, I would sleep on broken glass and thumbtacks, and I would smoke mad crack.
First thing I would do would be to kill a couple hotties that always gets them all stirred up, decapitated bodies. Dumped on state police lawn just before dawn to let them know my ritual had begun. I crack a 40 with the devil, tell him dig me a hole, cause I'm coming when I die and tell that I'm in control. This is if I was a serial killer, and though I ain't, but if I was, I'd do my walls of blood red with blood paint. This is if I was a serial killer, and though I ain't, but if I was, I'd never stop because I know that I can't.
I gotta clean that.
If I was a serial killer, I would drive a black van and I would ride around the college campus. And if I was a serial killer, I would walk among us and gain trust until I needed that rub.
I park outside these bitches' homes, then drive away, then come back with my lights off. This time I'm here to stay. I wear human bones around my neck and have my ceremonies, then go back upstairs and microwave some macaronis. You know it's all up in my trunk, so don't ask me to pop it. Once I get out to my cabin, then I'll finally unlock it. This is if I was a serial killer, and though I'm not, but if I was, I'd snap a photo once they die on the spot. This is if I was a serial killer, and though I'm not, but if I was, I know that I can't, so I would never stop, never stop, never stop.
And I don't know myself anymore,
And I don't know who I am anymore.
and I don't know who to be anymore,
And I don't know who I am anymore.
and I don't know what to think anymore,
And I don't know who I
except
am
that
anymore.
I am strange and deranged,
And I don't know who I am
and
anymore.
I will never change.
Psychopathic wicked shit, I'll burn a hole in your brain.
I wanna run with this.
We gotta always keep it wicked shit, gonna always be the same.
I wanna hold up this
Fuck the world, take me under, bitch, we tryna rule the tunnels. The tempest raining
right, y'all. Thank you very much for tuning in. I am GunnerB. That is the homie Pokey. Look at that big ass head. You're the big head too. You're the big head homie too. Much love to everybody who tuned in today. Y'all are the shit. Y'all are the reason why Underground Pulse podcast keeps
Whoop,
going.
whoop, Cash.
Whoop, whoop. Thank y'all for whoop, whoop. Thank you, Cash. No problem. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm stretching my legs right now. This is just the beginning of something completely different for the Underground Pulse podcast. We got a lot of shit coming. I think I figured out how I want to set up my stream, and it's gonna be a lot of unplugging and replugging shit. So we'll do that tomorrow. Anyway, thank you so much, Pokey.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thank you, Mankini. Thank you, Mecky. Thank you, TC. Thank you, Cash. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. You guys are the shit. Without y'all, the podcast would not be possible. And with y'all, anything is possible with the podcast. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.